Hello, guys, welcome to Top Wisdom, a channel where we learn new things. This is a channel where you could learn new things and this could make your English better. After watching this, I promise your English will improve. Just listen carefully, put your earphones on, and make sure you listen carefully or make sure it's quiet at the room. So, today's lesson is basic English grammar. We're going to talk about that. Today's lesson is basic English grammar, which most of the grade 4, 3, and also I've heard that also grade 5s struggle with. So now I'm going to teach you basic English grammar, which are the parts of speech. So we are going to start with the noun. What is a noun? Well, a noun, when I was at school, I was taught that the noun was a naming word. Yes, it is a naming word, but I'm going to say the real definition of the noun. A word other than a pronoun used to identify any of the class of speech, places, or things. Well, to someone who doesn't know the noun at all, especially the person who studies or who is in grade 3, will not understand this English. He will be confused and ask himself or herself, what's this about? So I'm going to explain and do for you an example. A noun is a naming word. Any person you could think of. A noun, for example, John. John is a noun. Car. Car is a noun because it's a naming word. It has a name. It's a car. Table. Table is a noun. Apple. Apple is a noun. And other things that you can name. Machines. Machine is a noun. A phone that you are holding right now or laptop is a noun. Anything you could think of that is a naming word. Anything that has a name is a noun. Anything that has a name is a noun. Whenever you're writing, just write down right now and say anything that has a name is a noun. Anything that has a name is a noun. Car and everything that have a name is a noun. So by now you understand what is a noun. Where I could say that there are pronouns, which is a word that can function as a noun phrase used by itself and that refers either to participants in the discourse. So a pronoun, as I've said, I'm going to make an example so that you can understand. An English that is found on Google is much more pure, so it confuses many people. So when I make an example, it could be easier for you. A pronoun is almost the same as a noun. In fact, it's basically the same thing as a noun. So some of the examples of the pronouns are I, she, he, hers, theirs. Those are the examples. As you can see here, I've written them down. It's I, she, he, hers, theirs, boy, girl. Those are the examples. It's simple, right? Now you know the pronoun. Remember what I said. A noun is a naming word. If I put it on simple terms, anything that has a name is a noun. You have written that down. Anything that has a name is a noun. Yes, is a noun. Pronoun is basically the same thing as a noun. I've said an example that it's a word that can function as a noun phrase. So it's it's the same thing as a noun. It functions as a noun. And I've said an example of pronouns which are I, she, boy, girl, theirs, and other. There are other pronouns. So now you understand what is noun, what is pronoun, which go all together. Now we are going to the verb now. What is the verb? A verb, I could say, it's a doing word. it's a doing word. A verb is a doing word. When I was at grade 4, I was taught that a verb is a doing word. But I'm going to teach you on my own terms. A verb describes action. A verb describes action. Describes what is the person is doing. For example, my mother is washing clothes. Where is the verb? Washing. The mother is washing clothes. So the verb is washing because the mother is washing, is doing what the mother is doing is washing clothes. Is washing. She's washing clothes. By the way, she is washing clothes. So a verb is a doing word. Or I can make another example and say, my father is driving a car. Where is the verb there? I want you to look for a verb, an action word. Where is the verb? You can't get this wrong. Yes. A verb, it is where it says he is driving a car. Driving is a doing word. It's an action word. So he is driving a car. That's an action word. Let's make another example. Jimmy is writing, or let me say Jimmy is drawing. Where is the verb there? Jimmy is drawing. Where is the verb? Yes, drawing. Drawing is a verb because it's an action word. It's an action. He is drawing. Drawing is an action. So by now you understand that a verb describes action. Those is only 2 words there. You cannot say you will forget those things. 2 words describes action. No, you can't. It describes action. Washing, drawing, running also. Running is an action. You are running. It's an action. It's something you do. Most of you, when you go to school, you are running to school. So running is an action. Walking is an action. Something you do every day. Walking is an action. So verb describes an action. That's a verb. It's a doing word. It describes an action. So now you understand what is a verb. You understand the verb. We are going to the much more difficult ones. To be honest, when I was at grade 4, 5, I was also struggling with this. But now, obviously, I master them. But let me explain to you now. I'm going to explain to you on simpler terms. I'm sure one of you there have hard time understanding this. So we are going to the adjectives now. Adjectives. So the adjectives are numbers of noun, a word naming an attribute of a noun. Should I repeat again? Numbers of noun, a word naming an attribute of a noun. So adjectives, I could say, as I said, is numbers of noun. So let me write this, numbers of noun. I'm going to explain it a bit by bit. It's a numbers of noun. So these are the examples of adjectives. Heavy, beautiful, polite. What does polite mean? Or kind. That's an easy word, kind. You know someone who's kind. Kind. So those words, for example, heavy. What is an opposite of heavy? Or let me use strong. Strong. What is an opposite of strong? It is weak. So adjectives describe the level. It describes the level of a noun. For example, that girl, she is beautiful. That's the level. She is beautiful. When we don't want to say she is beautiful, what do we say? She is ugly. Sorry to use that word. No one is ugly. But I'm just making an example. When we don't want to use the word beautiful, and the opposite word of beautiful is she is ugly, that's the level. So that's an adjective. It describes, it is the numbers of the noun. So it's the level. It describes the level of a noun. As I've said, it is heavy. That's the level. That simply means something is heavy. By the way, when something is not heavy, it is light. So that's the opposite. So let me say a sentence now. I'm going to say a sentence. You're going to find an adjective there. My mother is proud. My mother is proud. Where is an adjective there? My mother is proud. Where is an adjective there? My mother is proud. Remember, an adjective describes numbers of the noun. And I've told you on my own terms that an adjective describes the level of something. It's a level of something. My mother is proud. Where is an adjective? An adjective is proud. I hope you guys found it. An adjective is proud. Okay, let me make another example. My father is happy. Where is an adjective? My father is happy. Yes, an adjective is happy. It's a level that my father is on. My father is happy. If he was not happy, what it will be? It will be sad. The opposite word of happy is sad. It's not angry, it's sad. That's the opposite word. So an adjective is numbers of noun, a word naming an attribute of a noun. So it supports the noun. It supports the noun, describes the level of a noun. It describes how the person or what the person feels like, or what the person feels like. I could say that way. For example, John is lifting heavy stuff. What is a noun? It's John. What is an adjective? It's heavy. So it supports the noun. Everywhere you see a noun, or everywhere there's an adjective, there's always a noun. There's always a noun. Just remember that. Write that down. Everywhere there's an adjective, there's always a noun. It's important. And read it at least 3 times a day. Everywhere there's an adjective, there's always a noun. So that's an adjective. It describes the level of the noun or numbers of the noun. So you guys understand now what is an adjective. We are going to the next one now. Going to the adverb. Adverb. This one is important. This one is important because it's the one that challenges you. It's important. So we are going to an adverb now. What is an adverb? A word or phrase that modifies or qualifies an adjective, verb, or other. Let me make an example. Place, time, cause. These are all of the adverbs. So these are some of the examples of adverbs. Some of the examples of adverbs: slowly, repeatedly, sadly. These are the examples. So I'm going to make another example of an adverb. The sentence says, he quietly asked me to leave the house. He quietly asked me to leave the house. Where is an adverb? Where is an adverb? Yes, quietly. Quietly is an adverb. You can see that for yourself. Quietly is an adverb. So most of the adverbs end with this ly. Quietly, as I've said, quietly, sadly, badly, silly. Quietly, sadly, badly, proudly. Those are the adverbs. They end with this phrase, ly, li. So whenever you see this, just remember it's an adverb. Just don't think twice. It's an adverb whenever you see this. So I'm going to repeat again. An adverb is a word that or phrase that modifies or qualifies an adjective, verb, or other. It qualifies an adjective. Write this down. It qualifies an adjective, verb, or other. So it's really important. It's really important to understand this because it will appear when you are writing tests. So make sure you understand them. Remember, an adverb ends with ly. Quietly, gently, anything you can think of. Anything you can think of that ends with this phrase, ly. So those are the basic English grammar parts of speech that you have to know. Whenever you are in grade 7, I don't care, but you have to know this. But as you grow older, it becomes easier, but you have to know them. So if this video was helpful, like it. Don't forget to click that red button below at your right hand side that is written subscribe. So subscribe to that, click that button so that you can subscribe. When we release new videos, you can be alerted so that you can know.